So I'm still having trouble trying to upload the videos from last night that I was replacing for yesterday's morning. So now it's Sunday. um, I think it's really interesting that I don't know what I keep doing. It's the opposite effect. I don't know. It's like driving the 18 wheeler. When you're backing up an 18 wheeler, you have to go the other way to counter clockwise and I don't know, drive it. Back it up into the bays. I used to drive 18 wheelers. That's another story. Okay. Hey guys, everybody, anybody, nobody. Last night, when I get that clip up, you'll see it. I did save it under the regular video, but this thing with my dad, I felt that that's what I'm going to start with. Just keep talking about my dad and my healing with my dad. Uh, you know, he had told me that story when I was driving him. He told me how much he wishes he would have helped me and been there and been more supportive, especially since I'm a dyke and he wants to be supportive of his, gay child. So that caught me off guard when he did that 2 years ago when the filming was done, when the filming of the movie was done. We were, driving in the car to church and he told me all this stuff and I have that recorded. I record a lot of my dad's conversations. So, there's a lot of things that my dad did that were correct. One of them, he got us out of New Jersey. We were all born in New York and then they moved to New Jersey in Teaneck. And then my dad and my dad left my mom. So I never let him forget that. I don't care. My mom's dead and I still won't let him forget how he just left her, the way he left her. And he has made plenty of amends with that, plenty of amends. He rescued us. He rescued my sister. That's not his biological daughter. It's, my sister's my half sister. And my dad took care of her since she was 3 years old. And we never referred to her as half sister. But for the purposes of the film and being accurate, she is my half sister. Got a different daddy. And her daddy wasn't a nice daddy, not a nice daddy to my mom. And so there's where a lot of pain in growing up as a kid in elementary school up until right before my 13th birthday. But my dad, he had to come in physically and scoop us all up and move us into Long Island and take us to my mother's family's house. And he still had to work in Jersey, and it was such a chaotic mess. But within all that chaotic mess, he was really making it better. He was willing to go through whatever it took to help us, to help put us back together as a family. But really wanting to is how I felt as a child. Now as an adult, I'm not so sure. Was it all his heart or was he just feeling bad? Which is okay too. If you feel bad and you got to go make amends and fix it, screw it. That's a good way to make the amends. Start out there. You feel bad, start it out there, and then later on we fix it up. So my dad did that, and I tell people a picture in my head. I have two pictures in my head. One is that particular moment. We're all holding on to each other's shoes, like in the pit of hell. So my little sister, my little brother, me, and my older brother, and then my mom, and my dad trying to grab my mom out of the pit of hell as he's holding on to Creator. That's the picture I have in my head. That my dad was led by Creator, and he went ahead and rescued us all right out of the mouth of the devil, right out of the freaking mouth of the devil. And so once back in New York on Long Island, things did get better as a family, But when I became an adult after college, my mom even said they weren't in love, but my mom and dad still cared about each other. So then they still basically separated, but still very loving. My dad would always want to live with my mom, rent a room, rent a portion of the house. He would always want to stay with my mom, and I think that was because he wanted to still be around the family all the time, which was cool. So they had their own lives, and my dad was good with that. And then for myself on my own journey, this is even a better picture. A ladder, those old rickety ladders like that, and really tall one. and it's standing on one leg, even though it has four, it's standing on one leg, really wobbly. And my dad's standing on top of it. And then he's pushing my feet up. And you see Creator's hand coming from the heavens to grab me. There was a lot of times, losing myself. And at those moments, I thought I was really losing myself. And now looking back, it was all those phoenix uprising, all the burning, all the uprising, all the phoenix and changing and growing and fucking fighting tooth and nail with myself. Not with nobody, just myself. I was in so much pain all the time, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, that I just had to do it different. I was hell-bent on doing it different. And this is what you get. You get me being different right now. I do like going to church. I don't go for the religious part, whatever. I go because I want to see the people I've already been going to the church. And I was happy I went today because I haven't seen somebody in over a year, basically, because I was in California for a good 7-8 months. When you put it all together, I was in California, so that's how quickly the year went by. But still, I haven't seen this wonderful couple in over a year, and we got to hang out after and talk for a little bit. But I like what my energy does. I like being there. Every single time I go, I hear compliments. And it's not for the compliments. It's to go, hey, God, I'm still doing it. Hey, God, I'm still doing it. Hey, Creator. Hey, Madre. Because what they're telling me is like, Mel, your energy's so beautiful. How are you? And all the little old ladies, they just adore me. I mean, like, oh, my God. I got some really wonderful little old ladies around me, really helping me out. And, so I stand corrected on the other video from yesterday. I said I didn't have no body. I don't have no body in the sense of what we think our friends are, hanging out, going to their house, or getting on a phone. I have the people that just get me to zone in onto the core of me and of love and God and Creator and the universe. So I was wrong. I do got a lot of people. I got a lot of people that see my spirit and really honor it. They love it. They're always telling me, come back. We always need you here. They put me on council. I tell them they're freaking crazy. You want a New Yorker on a church council for the second time, when the first time a couple of years ago I quit, and this time I almost flattened out the church. I held them accountable. I held my church accountable for some fuckery they were doing. I called the Attorney General. I called everybody in Phoenix to report my church for the little fuckery. But that's what God wanted. I'm here to speak the truth. And if I went up against my 2 pastors at church, I really don't mind going up against anybody else. If it's in my heart and it's the truth, I'm bringing the justice. Whatever I can do, however I am led. But seeing my dad take those steps first was it was just monumental. It was monumental to see my dad do that. So these are going to be more of my stories with me and my dad, because there's so many. Oh my God. Maybe tonight I'll come back out, but right now it's like 112. I'm melting. Literally, you can't see it, but I am melting. And I'm going to go run in for shelter and hide out until the sun falls down, and then try it again. So I hope I get all these videos. They're going to be confusing. I don't know what number, and well, I don't know how to do that so quickly. But I thank you for checking this out. Being accountable in that movie. Child of Dust is me and my dad, my siblings. My 2 brothers were there with my 3rd brother, but you'll see it. You'll see for yourself. Go ahead, check it out.